Hello. With public library Dungeons and Dragons programs in jeopardy due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on group gatherings, librarians are increasingly turning to online gameplay as a way to keep the games going. With that in mind, I thought I would put together this tutorial on basic setup and initial campaign planning for Roll20. Roll20 is one of the best virtual tabletop sites available where players can set up a free account and have access to a robust set of features right away for online gaming. This course will show you how simple it is to set up an initial free account, how to create your first game, and how to build your tabletop maps for planned encounters. Let's begin with setting up that free account. Roll20 can be found at the URL roll20.net. They want to make it very easy to sign up, so they put the button in a prominent position on the site. We'll click the Create Free Account button. And we are taken to a page that asks us to enter some basic information, which I've already done. Now I do want to join the Roll20 newsletter, so I'm going to select this option, along with agreeing to the terms of service. With that done, I'll hit the Create Account button, and we're off. Now we are ready to design our first game and begin our journey into Roll20. I'm planning an adventure where the players are challenged to solve the mystery of why people have been disappearing from the seafaring town where they live. The nephew of a local baron has recently gone missing, so the players have been hired to find out what's happening and return the nephew safely. Their adventure will take them to a notorious tavern and then to an even more notorious ship currently docked in the harbor. I've taken the liberty of purchasing 2 map packs for this from the Roll20 digital marketplace. They're easily found after browsing under Map Packs and organized by most popular. It was easy then to find 2 that worked for this encounter, Quick Encounters Ship Pack number 1 and the Leaky Barrel Tavern and Inn. Now, it's a simple process to purchase them and they become immediately available to you. With the free account, Roll20 members do get 100 megs of free storage. Maps can be found for free online and uploaded into your account. And there are a number of tutorials available to show you how to do that. So with that done, let's go back to the home page, and our first step is to click the Create New Game button. So we'll go ahead and do that. That takes us to the Start New Game page. We'll need to first give the game a unique name. Let's call it Dangerous Waters. And we'll add tags that will allow the game to be searchable using the Looking for Group forum. Let's add D&D, Sea, Ship, and pirates, since those nasty pirates are the ones capturing locals to replace the crew they lost in recent voyages. We can optionally select a character sheet template for our characters to use, so I'll choose D&D 5e by Roll20. And that gives us a really cool character sheet with a lot of spaces for some great information. From there, all we need to do is click I'm ready to create game. We're just about ready to begin loading our maps. Before we do, we have an option to drop an image in that represents what our game's going to be like. I'm going to skip that step. I will indicate which game we're playing, which was 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. And with that done, I click on Launch Game. By clicking the I'm Ready Create Game button, the system automatically loads a blank 25 by 25 unit grid. By clicking on the page toolbar, we can create the maps for our play space. You can see there's already a default start map created. We're going to need to rename that. Our first encounter is at the Leaky Barrel, so let's go ahead and call it that. Now at this point, we could go ahead and start going forward, but we do have the option to customize this map's page settings. To do that, we'd first want to go up and click on the page settings, and we can see a number of customizable features based primarily on the game system of our choice. The default is for D&D 5th edition. And since that's our game of choice, we don't need to make any adjustments right now. Let's close out of that. You can add map images at this point. They can be imported from your desktop or from the Roll20 image search. Now, like I mentioned before, I've got maps from the Roll20 marketplace for these encounters. So we're going to go ahead and grab a tavern floor plan from one of those, drag it over. I'm going to right click on it, go Advanced, Set Dimensions, and I'm going to adjust it in terms of units. Make that, let's do 24 by 16 and set that. And that's going to scale that up without me having to drag it all around to scale it up that way, which I could do. And that's our tavern map, ready to go. With that map done, let's go back to the page toolbar so I can create our second map. Now I could click on Create New Page, and that would certainly do it. I can also duplicate the page if there were settings for that map that I was worried about keeping. But since I didn't change any of the settings, I'm going to go ahead and click Create New Page. Let's retitle this. We'll call this the Pirate Ship, and go ahead and get ready to create our second map. Now we're going to set up the next map pretty much just like we did the one before. I've got access to the ship plans. I'm going to go ahead and grab over a main deck for the ship. I'm going to use the same process to set the dimensions and resize it. And you're going to see that there's going to be room, because of the dimensions of the ship, to put a second ship deck just beside it. So I think I'll take that opportunity and make it easier to show off the maps by having two decks side by side. So I'm going to resize that one with new dimensions. And once I get that set and put into position, I'm going to do a little something different. It's something we could have done with the tavern, and we may go back and do it, but I'm going to add some additional elements to the map's features. When you purchase the map packs, besides the floor plans, it includes a host of props that can be added to the maps to really accentuate the look. So let's go ahead and grab a few of those and drag them over. Got some barrels. Let's put some cannons on there. You can't have a pirate ship without a few cannons. So I'll put that into position and resize that a little bit. I can grab another cannon, maybe a little bit different size cannon. Let me move that into place, resize that, and put that just where I want it. Now at this point I can copy and paste and add cannons, which makes it a lot easier, as you see here. Let me just move that around a little bit more. Perfect. With my maps done, I'll go back and look at my work. As Dungeon Master, I can view any of the maps. The players, however, are limited to only be able to view the maps that have the player bookmark layered on top of it. That way you can keep them from looking ahead to see maps you haven't quite wanted to reveal to them yet. Now that's about it for map creation for this tutorial. You're very close to launching your first campaign. There's some other steps to complete before play can begin: creating tokens and setting up virtual dice rolling, adding extras like music to enhance the maps, inviting players and setting up communication. Roll20 includes a built-in video and voice chat to help with that as well. Now all of that's going to be covered in my later tutorials, but for now, thanks for watching and happy gaming.